this song is called Soul BQ.
All right, Soul BQ on 88.9 at WERS.
Come on into my house. 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 Well, come on into my house. Have yourself a seat. Tell me what you're drinking. Let me fix you something to eat. What I'm serving up, you won't need a spoon. You need to clap your hands and stomp your feet and dance around this room. Well, don't you feel better? Yeah, I know you would. Come on into my house. It's alright, it's all good. Now it's a bebop-a-loo-bop or bebop-a-la. Don't need no invitation, you can drop on by. Get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul BQ, a soul BQ. Soul BQ, a low down, hold down, soul. Look out, now Charlie brought the chicken, and Ryder brought the wine, G Love brought the reefer and the moonshine. Karina brought the cobbler, Granny brought the greens, Billy brought the biscuit, and Bonnie brought the beans. Is anybody hungry? You better get a plate. I mean, it don't take long to be all gone. Now, don't you hesitate. Well, don't you feel better? Yeah, I knew you would. Come on into my house. Everything tastes good. Now it's a bebop-a-loo-bop, a bebop-a-la. Don't need no invitation, you just drop on by. Get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul BQ, a soul BQ, a soul BQ, a low down, hold down, soul. Well, it's a feel good gym all night. Hooting and hollering in the moonlight. But if you can't hold your liquor or you're feeling bad, we gon' send your ass home in a taxi cab. And we gon' keep it going, don't you worry about that. Call all the kids, call all the guys, where's that? You know by the end of the road, all night long, that's the way we flow. Is anybody hungry? Yeah, get a taste. It won't take long to be all gone, but don't you hesitate. Don't you feel better? I knew you would. Come on into my house. Everything tastes good. It's a bebop-a-loo-bop or bebop-a-la. Don't need no invitation, you just drop on by. Get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul BQ, a soul BQ, a soul BQ, a low down, hold down, soul BQ.
88.9 at WERS. G Love here live in studio performing Soul BQ. That was absolutely wicked.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about when I first heard the name Soul BQ. I was kind of taken aback a little bit by like, wow, that sounds amazing. I've never heard just the name Soul BQ. Can you tell me a little bit about that name?
Well, yeah, you know, I wrote the song with Kebmo. Yeah. Who produced the record, and Keb said, "Well, what do you want to write a song about?" I said, "Well, I want to write a song about like that I can imagine when I first start a show, and people are coming into the venue, and so it's like they're coming into my house, like coming into my world
for like a barbecue or something.
Well, just like inviting them in, you know, yeah, like inviting them into the house, and then that's turned into like a house party, and so then when we were writing the song, and then we got to the chorus. Well, what's this thing called? So, well, it can't. You know, we're like, it can't just be called a barbecue, man. It's a soul BQ, a barbecue for your soul.
That is awesome.
So one of the things we try and do, like one of the things I try and do when I'm writing is like, you know, try and come up with a word that no one
no one's heard before.
No one's said before. So
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to do, is kind of come up with a phrase or
Yeah,
something that no one's thought of yet. So.
I know. Like when I heard soul barbecue, it's like I've never heard that word ever, but I'm glad I heard it. I'm glad I heard the song too. Tell me a little bit about the full album that you got going on right now. That I know it's out on Spotify, or at least streaming, but it's still kind of on pre-order right now.
No, actually, it just dropped on last Friday. Yeah.
All right.
So it came out on the 17th.
Okay.
So it's a week old right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great. It's I'm really proud of this record. It's you know, it's working with Kebmo was. The story really starts with the two of us. We both got signed together in 1993.
Yeah.
And relaunched the OK Records imprint, which was an old blues label from the 30s that actually Robert Johnson had a single on back in the day. And Keb and I reconnected to do the record, and it was a really amazing process. We worked on it from the beginning to the end. So we worked on all the writing together, demoing out the record, and then finally, making the takes and the finished performances. And the record, it kind of has two sides. Like, one's really personal, about kind of our family, and I just got married this year.
Nice.
We have, I have a kid who's probably your age, who goes to Mass Art, Aiden,
oh, wonderful.
And who might be switching to Emerson next year.
Hey, here's the hoping. Send him over to ERS. We'll get him right into the booth.
Okay. And then we have two. My wife Kelsey's pregnant, and we have another one on the. Oh, she's pregnant. And then we have a 3-year-old Lewis. So, anyways, it's kind of about our family, and we've moved to Cape Cod. So I lived in the city my whole life. So now's the first time I got a yard.
Oh.
So there's kind of a really stable place in my life right now with a solid foundation, which is really helping my music. And so part of the record's about that piece I've found with my family.
Lovely.
And the other part of it is really kind of taking a look at like where our country is right now with the current Trump administration and a lot of the frustrations that I feel, and I feel like a lot of people in the community feel about dealing with all the things that we see on the news every day, and a lot of the policies being pushed forward and the policies being rolled back at the same time. So there's quite a political side to it, and actually the title track, "The Juice," which I'll play later in the show, that's a protest song.
Okay.
So it has that element.
Nice. All right, that's fantastic. Let's hear what you got on next. G-Love, Go Crazy on 88.9.
All right.
Time it is. Surfing the channel, flipping the news, about to give your boy G-Love the blues. Talking heads don't make no sense, nothing to do with the shape I'm in. I need to sing, I need to dance, I need to cut loose in the chance I can. I wanna get away, wild and free, bring it on home for you and me. Come on. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. Now check it out. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. Now check it out now. Got my feeling like way too much. Ain't never gonna be enough. Come on now, get me another glass of that funky stuff undercover. Turn up loud till the neighbors holler. Yeah, I'm talking about the police. You don't wanna call her, I'm gonna lose my mind. Crazy, I'ma lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. Blow that thing. Look here now. Oh, what we need is a sweet celebration, calling on powers of positive persuasion. amazing. I'm so happy to be here, just breathing. Bad vibes leaving. Now I don't need a reason to smile. I woke up this morning and the sun still rise, so that now it's all good in the neighborhood. Now what we need is celebration tonight. A party in the woods, guitars and girls, bonfires blazing. Now don't it sound amazing? Rich, I'm in a shake it, a can of change. It's all good, no worries. It's all feeling, no faking. Midnight baking, lots of love making. Woo. We got the cure for all your pain of frustration. Now, if I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind. If I don't go crazy, I'ma lose my mind.
88.9 at WERS, G-Love performing Go Crazy, live in studio on 88.9. That was fantastic.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking a little bit about the juice and kind of hearing your thoughts about it, how it's like parts personal, parts just looking about the world around you. It just, I get the sound of it that it's really kind of introspective, and kind of thinking about that. You know, you've been in this industry for a while now, for a very long time, and I kind of wanted to know a little bit about your thoughts on the biggest change that you've gone through, either playing music, either your process going into the music, working with everybody, your perspective on that aspects of it. Yeah.
Well, you know, I have, man. I've seen so much change in the music business. You know, when I came in here today, I have a flashback because I moved from Philadelphia to Boston in 1992.
Yeah.
And the reason I moved here was to be a street musician. Because it's legal in Boston, where in Philadelphia it was illegal.
Really?
So you could get chased out by the cops, and sometimes you would. Up here you could get a permit, which I did. I used to play on Park Street, T, in Harvard Square and everything. And then I met my band. So about a year and a half after I moved to Boston as a street musician, I got a record deal with Sony Records. So I went from, eating macaroni and cheese to like eating filet mignon. No, but back in the day, in the 90s, like the record labels had a lot of money. I mean, it was a huge business, and I was signed kind of during the peak of the industry.
Right.
So I was signed as a developing artist, and we used to get $250,000 to $350,000 to make a record, and they would want you to spend it all.
Yeah.
So a lot of the change that you see now, and since 2001. When digital, first Napster came out, and that was considered, quote, piracy, what I mean? But the record labels were really caught, they were really blindsided by that, and they had no answer for it. And so, therefore, they took a huge hit and took many years. Now, in the last 5 years or so, it's just started coming around with streaming services and stuff being more transparent. I think so. At least now we know we're getting paid royalties. But the main thing remains is that there are no record labels. Well, there are, but I mean, no. Very few people get a budget. You know what I mean? Unless you're like Taylor Swift or Adele or something.
Right.
There's not like A&R guys out there signing rock and roll bands like there were in the day. Yeah. So the biggest part of making records now is the fact that you have no budget, or a smaller budget. So you have to really, whereas in the 90s, we go in to make a record, okay, block out, that studio, block out Q Division up there in Cambridge or whatever.
Like, cooks in the kitchen kind of thing.
And for like, but block that for 30 days, no problem. $1,000 a day, make it $2,000 a day. We don't care. We order some sushi, what I mean? Let's go,
Right.
We don't feel like working today. That's all right. We're just paying for it, what I mean? Now when we're going to make, and let's record like 60 songs, Nowadays when you make a record, you're going to do a lot of the work beforehand. So now when we make a record, we're going to go in with a razor sharp focus. We know we have written 10 great songs, and we're going to record these 10 songs and maybe one or two extras. Yeah.
So it's kind of gotten more quality out of it.
I think so. So long story short, I think personally I make better records now for, way cheaper.
Okay.
So yeah. And you know, music is interesting now. Like I was talking about my son Aiden. Like, you know, Aiden, his artist name is Clear Cola,
Okay.
and he's already released 2 records on Spotify. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Under his Clear Cola name. So just the fact, using him as an example, like, and his, not taking away anything from what he's doing, because his records are sick. You know,
Yeah.
and they're really great. But anybody that has a creative spark and has the wherewithal to operate, you know, not, you know, any type of home studio can make a record, and everyone is making a record.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of so much opportunity for young creative, just for creative people to get their stuff out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's more noise than ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we put out a record in the 90s, there would be maybe, you know, 20 or 30 records coming out that week. Now there's, you know, 20 or 30,000 records probably coming out every day.
Yeah, yeah. So instead of, like, you know, working out like a street musician kind of thing, trying to get a permit, now you can be a street musician, but also now, you know, you don't even got to get signed to a label. You can kind of work on your own music now, get it out there online, see what kind of audience that sticks on it, and then suddenly, you know, you're out there, and now you're able to work it.
You want to hear one other quick story?
Yeah.
Well, when I first moved to Boston, I met, and then, you know, I couldn't get a date when I was a street musician. But then once I started playing, like, the Irish pubs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you would be on stage.
That's where you go?
Then that's when I got a date.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with this young woman
Mm-hmm.
who was an Emerson student and who was the DJ for the reggae, for one of the DJs for the reggae program here. So that's my tie into Emerson.
All right. All right. Wise words out there. If you want to find somebody, be a street musician, work in an Irish pub.
And then listen to WERS.
Listen to WERS, of course.
Her name was Nancy K. So
Nancy
she
K.
doesn't live in Boston anymore, but props out to Nancy.
All right. Okay. You promised us, I think, one more song. It's from your new album right now. It's title track, "The Juice." All right. Let's hear it. Juice, The Juice from G Love.
Alright, y'all. The song is called The Juice. And this is a sing-along, alright? So when I get to the chorus, y'all just repeat after me, okay? Alright. Okay? Oh, yeah. Alright. We got the juice. We got the real juice. Tell me what you want, baby. We got the juice. No more lies about this, no more lies about that. No more ace up your sleeve, please just lay your cards flat. Our streets had it rough, the struggle is tough. Bad news on the news every day. It's enough to make good people turn around and leave. How about we march in the street cause we're free, raise our fists in the air. Cause we do care, you say who cares, we do. We got the juice, we got the love, we got the dream. We won't give up, we own the change. We have love, we got the juice. Time's up. Divided too far, united we rise. It's been hard to see through all these tears in our eyes. Why do we cry? Teardrops they stain. Like Cat Stevens, we ride a beast train. Oh, let us be real. You must be insane in your brain. Something's wrong now, you cannot remain. We need positive change. We will not regress. Power to the peaceful, we must progress. We got the juice. We got the love. We got the dream. We won't give up. We own the change. We have love. We got the juice. Time's up. Now let's get loose, baby. Let's get lifted. Something's going on and you sure don't want to miss it. You can feel it in the streets, from your toe to your feet, and from sea to shining sea. You gotta write a letter. You gotta sign a petition, man. You've got to get out and vote. Don't stand down. Stand up. Stand up. This is a letter, but also a song. If something's not right, then it must be dead wrong. For the birds, for the bees, for the herbs and the trees, and every single person's sanity. Humanity is all of us, all colors and all kinds. Now we want world peace, and we want peace of mind. I don't need no more wars, and I don't need no more guns. We need a better world now for our daughters and our sons. We got the juice. We got the love. We got the dream. We won't give up. We are the change. We had enough. We got the juice. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Yeah, you got the juice, Boston.